Let's talk about dairy in general. Whole fat dairy products are about 50% fat. You can see that over on the left-hand kind of reddish circle there. They're 50% fat. If you make low-fat milk, which is 2%, it's really 31% fat. 1% milk is 18% fat. It's still full of fat. Only when you get to skim milk does it get to be non-fat or 2% fat. Now, notice as you decrease the fat intake and you go from whole milk to skim milk, that you increase the protein intake and you increase the sugar intake, carbohydrate, which is lactose. I mean, it's got to add up to 100%. So if you're going to take the fat down, you have to fill it in with protein and carbohydrate, lactose. So what they're recommending with skim milk products are products that are high protein, and the high protein contributes to osteoporosis, liver disease, kidney disease, and it's high in carbohydrate, the sugar. And that's what I want to talk to you most about tonight, is the fact that it's high in sugar. All right, the first problem is the sugar. The sugar is lactose. About 2/3 of the people around the world can't digest lactose, the sugar, which is in whole milk. It's in 2% milk, 1% milk, and skim milk. Lactose is. It's just you increase the amount of lactose when you go to skim milk from whole fat milk. White people, through thousands of years, tens and hundreds of thousands of years probably, dates back a long time, because they were exposed to dairy in their diet, they developed a tolerance for milk even after the weaning period. When you're a baby, you drink milk, you drink breast milk, and that has lactose, protein, and fat, and so on. In fact, breast milk is about 50% fat. Once you get past 3 or 4 years old, you're not supposed to be drinking milk. And so the enzyme that digests lactose sugar, called lactase, naturally disappears. And people, particularly of color, Black, Hispanic, Inuit, Eskimo, Native Americans, non-white people, they get rid of this enzyme in most of the cases, like 60, 80, 90% of the cases, the enzyme's gone. And when they try and drink milk, the milk sugar, they get diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, stomach cramps, bloating, gas. And so it's fair to say that far more than half the world's population gets sick when they drink milk of any kind, whole fat or low fat milk. First of all, you know that milk, dairy products, are high in calories. So that contributes to obesity, which causes type 2 diabetes, which contributes to heart disease and cancer. You know it's high in fat. It's 50% fat. And 98% of the fat is the saturated variety that's so hard on the arteries. The fat causes obesity, cancer, diabetes. Saturated fat is particularly damage to the arteries, which leads to strokes and heart attacks. Continuing on, the high protein nature of dairy products results in kidney damage, osteoporosis, and kidney stones. And we've talked about this in other lectures. It's high in acid, which contributes to osteoporosis and kidney stones. It is high in cholesterol, which I think most people can relate to cholesterol and heart disease. So in fact, 60,000 miles of artery disease. It contains virtually no iron, and it is the leading cause of iron deficiency anemia, particularly in children. It has no dietary fiber, so as a result, it leads to constipation. Plus, the dairy protein actually paralyzes the bowel and causes horrible constipation. You take people off dairy and the constipation goes away. No carbohydrate. Cheese, for example, is 2% carbohydrate. You need carbohydrate for energy. Your dairy products are all deficient in vitamin C. They're deficient in essential fats, the kind that you need to build your nervous system. They're full of environmental contaminants because they're high on the food chain, which contributes to cancer, brain damage, Parkinson's disease. These environmental chemicals do. And it's the #1 cause of food allergy, and some of the allergies are very serious, like autoimmune disease. Plus, it's full of microbes. Dairy is the #1 recalled food category of all different categories by the FDA because it's infected with listeria, mad cow prions, salmonella, staphylococci, all kinds of things, tuberculosis. Dairy is infected with. And so as a result, you get a big load of microorganisms, not to mention the leukemia viruses that are present in dairy. All right, so here's the situation, folks. You've got cow's milk, which causes all the problems I told you in the beginning, in addition to cataracts. Should you drink whole cow's milk, or should you drink skim cow's milk? Should you smoke Lucky cigarettes or Camels? Should you be shot or hung? It shouldn't be a difficult choice. You ought to give all of this nonsense up, because the damage from drinking the milk of a cow, you've heard the saying, no animal drinks milk from another species of animal, and no animal drinks milk after their weaning period. That should make a lot of sense to you, and I hope you enjoy reading the articles that I put together. If you consume raw milk, which is illegal, because of all the infectious organisms in it, that
You have to buy it from a special place?
you can. There have been rules and regulations throughout the past century that have insisted that you sell just pasteurized milk. I suppose you can buy raw milk out there. You can buy almost anything. But the problem is pasteurization kills things. Doesn't kill leukemia viruses. No, they persist, but it does kill salmonella, listeria, other kinds of organisms. Doesn't kill mad cow. No, mad cow will persist even under extreme heat. You're still having a problem with pasteurized milk and infection. Plus, pasteurization doesn't always work. There's failings in the plant, where they pasteurize the milk. And even though they may go through all the procedures most of the time, there are failings. So you have, like I say, dairy products were the #1 recalled product by the FDA during a 10-year period of time because of contamination with microbes.